Well, welcome back to another video. In this series, we're mixing Angelo Boltini, This Town, and in the last episode, I got into a position where we're going to be mixing the vocals, which are right here. And there's quite a few of them. And so let's take a few minutes here and look through this. Whenever you have a lot of vocals, and this is one of the reasons I chose this particular track, is because there's a big stack of vocals and it's not uncommon. Whenever you have a lot of vocals, organization is key. You got to get organized. Now, these are already very organized, but we can go even further with it in terms of just how we're going to balance them and all that kind of good stuff. When you look at this big group of vocals, you can see that they are labeled, which is beautiful. Sometimes they're not even labeled. It'll just say like vocal 1, vocal 2. And I'm referring to if, you are not the person who recorded it. If you are the person that is doing the recording and handing off to someone else who's mixing potentially, or even mixing yourself, it's so important to label things because it's so much easier later on. You can also see that they're sort of organized vertically, like all of these are essentially doing the same thing. And so they're all next to each other. Sometimes you just have stuff all over the place. Like you might have like this part is recorded on this track, and you have this part recorded on this track, and it's very unorganized. So this is pretty well organized to start with. So how do we go further with this? Well, we have to identify leads. And so looks like we have 3 leads. We have 1, 2, 3. So it's a single and then 2 double track. Now we don't know if this was double track just to cover mistakes or if the idea is we want to be hearing 3 voices. General philosophy I follow in this series is pretty much everything in here we want to hear. And so I'm going to do my best to mix in all 3 of these and mix in whatever else. So we've got these 3 leads and I'm going to color code them. And then we're going to color code the rest of this stuff something different. So I'm going to color code all of these something much lighter to start with. There we go. So those are the 3 main leads. And then we have all these things that are labeled backing vox. This one is sort of a standout. You can see that one's different. So what I'm going to do is, for now, just move that one down to here. And then you can see these 4 are the same in terms of their performance. These 4 are the same. These 4 are the same. And then we have these 2 at the end. So we've got 3 groups of 4 and a couple extras. I think that's what it is. So let's color code those as well. So we'll go, this is a bigger group. This is not 4. This one, we'll color code that. We'll leave this single one a different color, but this is going to be a group. And when I say group, it's really just, for organization, both visual and also mixing. These are going to be a group. I don't really care too much about the color. I just want enough contrast that I can see the difference, but not something that looks gross. And these will be a group. And then these will be another group. Okay, so now we can see visually we have a little bit of separation as well. Okay, so where do we even start? Well, let's start with the lead. Pretty quiet. Turn this up. Recorded very well. Let's listen to the other ones just to see. Okay, so they're all the same singer. So let's just listen to this one here. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. So I'm going to do some really simple stuff here. What we're going to do is we're going to put on the 2 vocal preset here. We'll see what that does. Childlike wonder, I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. I'm going to try I think it's the next one. Studio vocal. Childlike wonder, I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. I'm hurried to make it, whatever that means. So I like that a little bit better. Put the makeup at 5 here. Childlike wonder, I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no. Cool. We're going to put an EQ after that.
Childlike wonder I found.
Want to boost something in this area.
Childlike wonder I found.
In fact, you know what I'm going to use? Instead of this EQ, we're going to use the, let's see, this vintage tube EQ. Is this the one I'm looking for? No, I think it's the vintage console EQ. We're going to try this one. This one can have a really cool sound to it.
Childlike wonder I found most gone. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. I'm hurried to make it, whatever that means. Decided to take part in the machine. I gotta get out. Childlike wonder I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger.
So just playing around with the frequency, seeing which one I want to boost.
Childlike wonder I've almost gone under.
Somewhere in here, I think I really like what you can do. There's a frequency I'm hearing that I want to hear more of, and my ear is not. I don't have perfect EQ pitch. Some people know exactly the number. I mean, I know what I can hear and I know what I want to hear, but the exact number of which frequency that I want, I struggle with. So you can use these tools to find it. So I just disabled the console EQ and I have this one up. And what I can do is make a notch here, which is a very narrow EQ. I know it's like somewhere in this area is what I'm looking for. I can move this around and listen until I find the frequency I'm looking for.
Childlike wonder I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. I'm hurried to make it, whatever that means. Decided to take part in the machine. I gotta get out.
Yeah, so you can see how effective that is. There's some EQ, there's some frequencies down here I might want to cut, and I might want to boost something over here.
Childlike wonder I've almost gone under. I'm the great.
Yeah, it's like between 2 and 4K. So let's call it 3K. We're gonna get rid of this. I only want a little bit. I just love the way this console EQ sounds. So let's call it 3K, somewhere in there. That's up 4 dB.
Childlike wonder I've almost gone under.
I'm just trying to get it to cut through the mix a little bit more. So that's that one, and then I'm going to put another compressor after this. Let's see if we can use the multipressor. And this is a multi-band compressor. And I don't think there's any like vocal presets. So what we're going to do is just listen to each band one at a time.
Childlike wonder I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no.
Cool. Okay, this is all fine. So what we're going to do is just compress each band a little bit.
Childlike wonder I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. I'm hurried to make it, whatever that means. Decided to take part in the machine. I gotta get out. Childlike wonder I've almost.
Now this is the frequency I boosted, and this is the one I'm compressing a little bit more aggressively, because basically I wanted more of that frequency. Now I'm controlling it. I boosted 3, which is right in here. This one's going to be very aggressive. And then what we can do is we can turn up or down each of these bands individually with the gain makeup right here. They're all at 0 right now.
Childlike wonder.
With a lot more clarity, I can boost this one up a little bit.
Childlike wonder I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. I'm hurried to make it, whatever that means. Decided to take part in the machine. I gotta get childlike wonder. I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger. I'm hurried to make it what.
Cool, something like that should be good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the next two tracks, and I'm not going to go as crazy on them. We're going to copy this first compressor over, and that's it. So they're just going to be compressed. And I'm going to take this lead and mix these two right behind it. We're going to pan them like 8 degrees either side, just a little bit. Pull them all the way down, and I'm just going to slowly mix them in. In fact, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to compress them both a little bit heavier, without the console EQ and the multipressor, but just on the main one, just so they're super controlled. Copy that over. Okay, and now I'll mix them in.
Childlike wonder, I've almost gone under. I'm the greatest no longer, and we're getting no younger.
Cool, so that's those. And now we can get into the backing vocals. So let's listen to who the singer is here.
Childlike wonder, almost gone under. Greatest no longer, get no younger.
Okay, so it's a couple different vocalists. Together they sound like this.
Childlike wonder, almost gone under. Greatest no longer, get no.
This is the group of 5. There's one more here.
Childlike
6 of them.
wonder, almost gone under.
Okay, so what I'll do with these, and we're coming up on the end of the episode here, but what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to start with the lowest pitch, and I'm going to put that one at the top, so I know the pitches are going to be from low to high going down. So I just got to find the lowest pitch, and I'm also going to change the color of this one just because it's too similar, and I keep getting confused. So I'm just going to change it to something very different right now. That's the odd one out anyway. It's the one that's all by itself. Okay, so let's listen to this.
Childlike wonder, almost gone under.
So these two are the same pitch.
Childlike wonder, almost gone under.
This is the next lowest one. So these two I'm going to put at the top of the list. And then this is the next lowest one, I believe. So that's going to go there. So this is just my preference, low to high. So this one is a little bit less high. That goes there. And then what's this last one? Oh, that one goes, I think, here. These two are a pair. Okay, so it looks like these two are a pair. Yeah, these two are a pair. And then these two are a pair. And then these two, let's see if they're a pair too. They're not. Okay, so what's this one here? Oh, I had the wrong thing soloed. Okay, here we go. There we go. Yeah, so these two are a pair too. So basically this is 3-part harmony, but each part is doubled. So that's the thing. I didn't know that until I got into it. So basically now what I can do is I can add a little compression, touch of EQ, and then just start mixing these guys as one 3-part group. Probably keep the lows closer to the center, spread these ones out a little bit further, and then I'll just keep going and see how we do. So that's the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll get into these vocals. It's a very simple strategy. You'll see me do it on this group and each of the other groups. So yeah, stick around for the next one.